I just got off the phone with my parents too, saying that like, hey, so you know how I quit my job? I unquit my job, but I'm going to quit my job. My boss is well aware of this, and he is encouraging it as well. So
Not having a corporate job is a little bit scary because I've been training for this for my whole life. And now I'm going to be doing something completely different. It is March 2nd now, and haven't been fired yet, but again, within the next month or two, I'm gone. I can't stay here. I was offered a PhD position, and I got into Brown to do a PhD in chemical engineering, which I was really excited for, but I don't think I can stick at my current job for the 5 to 7 years it takes to do a PhD, which sucks. But on the brighter side, I'm gonna be my own boss. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make a coffee cart, and I'm gonna start there and hopefully build up to a coffee shop where I can have events and have board games and things, and make it a fun space for my local community, which is super kid friendly, lots of parents, lots of older people, just making it a good community spot. And that's my goal. I want to do that. I want to bring fun spots to the community. I want to help. I want to give people a place to go when it's just not nice out and when things suck like they do right now. I think I want to just build a safe space for that. And I just want to make coffee and make syrups and drinks and have a fun time. But first, I have to figure out how to get out of my current job. That's the hardest part. Anyway, I'll come back when I know more. We'll find out what this week has to do. Yeah. Maybe this week is my last week. Who knows? I'm gone early anyway for medical appointments, so if you're gonna fire me, fire me. Happy gloomy Monday. It is March 17th today, I believe. Could be the 18th. Anyway, days are running together. But I have made the decision that I'm going to open a coffee shop, and that's my plan. It was going to be a retirement plan with my husband once we both are retired from our engineering big boy jobs, but this sucks, and they're not going to fire me, so within the next month, I will be quitting, and then I will be starting a coffee shop. I'm already working on the starting of it, so I have a LLC, I'm getting a DBA to do business as Bucket and the Bean, and I will be opening a coffee shop in North Kingston. So come along and see how that goes, and I'll try to keep you guys updated. But again, I'm keeping my job as an engineer for the first month or so as I get set up, and also just to have income, obviously, because that takes a lot of money, and I have to get loans and grants and try to find money first before I can even open. But that's the plan. So I have an update, I guess. That's the update. It's not that I'm fired, but it's that I'm gonna quit and start my own thing, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you guys what comes out of this. So it is the 20th of March, and things are changing really fast. And I think I'm gonna put my 2 weeks in probably tomorrow, which is a Friday. This morning, I guess last week, I had talked to my husband, and we were talking about it, and I was like, I'll stay longer so we have more finances. I can set up a coffee shop on the side after work, after my 9 to 5. People do that. It's fine. I can make that work. But then this morning, or yesterday, no, that was this morning. Days are so long right now. I got an email from one of my bosses on a project that I work with asking for when they can expect a status update. And I can't tell you why, but that was the final straw. I was like, I'm done. You can't. I wish I could respond with just no. But obviously I want to be a good employee. I'm not. I'm gone. I'm checked out. I need to leave. I was going to give him my 2 weeks on Monday, but there's no reason to wait over the weekend when I can just do it on Friday. That way on the 4th of April, I can be gone. This is so stressful. This coffee shop is going to go really well, and I've actually done a lot of setup for it, but it's so stressful to quit a job, especially when it's secure, but a secure-ish job I'm in engineering, like, it pays well, especially for an intro job, but, like, it's soul-wrenching. It's awful. Not for the lack of trying, because the people that I work with are really nice. It's just, it's so poorly managed, and anyway, I'm quitting my job tomorrow, and I'm gonna go open a coffee shop and have fun and find some enjoyment and some purpose in my work for once. So, wish me luck. I hope to see you there at Bucket and the Bean in North Kingston sometime, hopefully within the next 6 months. But yeah, that's my update for the day. Here we go. Wish me luck. It's done. He was actually really nice and super, like, was like, yep, I get it. Things kind of suck right now, so honestly, he thought I was gonna come in and say that I was pregnant, which I'm not, so silver lining, I guess. But yeah, it's done. I have to do all the, it's not outboarding? Is that a word? Anyway, now I gotta do all the HR stuff, but yeah, I'm out. Let's get this coffee shop going. Happy Sunday. At this point, I would usually have Sunday scaries and be dreading the next day of work. But now I only have 5 days left of my corporate job, and then I'm gone. That's it. I turn on my computer and my badge, and I'm out. It's just such a weird feeling to not have Sunday scaries for the first time in like 2 years that I've been at this job. And the Sunday scaries are not dreadful. They're not dread for the next day. It's excitement along with like anxiety and stress, of course, because it is a lot to do. I have to do everything and organize everything, and I could not be more excited. I have 5 days left of my job. It's like finally setting in, I think. And finally like realizing like, oh, this is for real. Like, I am actually quitting. I put in my 2 weeks notice a week ago. So I have 1 week left. This is it. Like, I've already talked to my boss and most of my coworkers. I've cleaned out my desk for the most part, aside from like the things I use every day that I still want for this last like week. But that's it. Then I'm gone. I'm so excited. I'm so scared. I'm so nervous, but I'm so excited. And I want to give people a place to go and to drink coffee and enjoy themselves and meet with their friends and do homework and get fun drinks if that's all they're looking for is aesthetic drinks. Like, I get that too. I mean, I've been one to do the same thing. I just want some place for you to be cozy. That feels like home, that feels familiar. So I'm building that. I'm building that little familiar comfort space. Maybe this is like more information than anyone actually cares about, but growing up, I started learning German in like in freshman year, I think, actually, not the middle of anything. I started learning German in high school, freshman year, and I knew nothing, but I started in German 2 because German 1 had only 2 students. They were like, we're not going to have that class. I was like, that's fine, I'll just figure it out. So I like worked hard to get back to like knowing how to speak German. I had grown up with Chinese and learned how to do Chinese since I was from the age of 2. Sadly lost a lot of that knowledge, but when I started German, I picked it up fairly quickly because it was a lot easier than Chinese. I mean, who can blame me there? But I then found a group at my local coffee shop that had, like, in Minnesota where I grew up, that had a group of like mostly old guys and some old ladies. Just, they were all like 60s and older, like going up to 80s. One of the guys was like 80 something years old, I forget what, but he had a birthday while we were there anyway. But they would just hang around, drink coffee, chat in German about the game, about life, travel, their kids. And I was in high school, but I joined that and it felt so good to be a part of like a community that was just kind of like supportive. It was just people that wanted to speak their native language or people that had learned German that wanted to practice it. And they were super inviting, even though I was like, 50 years younger than all of them. But it was great. And then moving into college, I found a knitting group that was, again, a bunch of old ladies. So I attract the elderly folk. that doesn't surprise me at all, nor will it surprise any of my friends. But this knitting group was great. There was a bunch of spunky old ladies that loved to get margaritas after the knitting club at the coffee shop, and they would just knit and chat and talk about kids in the neighborhood and knitting projects and gossip, honestly. It was a lot of fun. And again, coffee shop. So I've always had fun experiences hanging out with groups in coffee shops, and I want to give other people a place to do that, because where I am in Rhode Island, there isn't a local coffee shop. I'm looking at having like a bunch of two-person tables that fit together to be like a larger table for larger groups. That was said so poorly, but I hope you get the gist. I'm just so excited. I want you to have all of the wonderful experiences that I had in coffee shops growing up. So I just want to share that with you, and I can't wait to show you guys some of the menu items that I have and the space I'm looking at.
If this were any other world, I would be excitedly telling you all that I have 2 days before I quit, but instead I'm telling you that I canceled my resignation. My job put out an offer to defer your resignation and get paid to not come to work, and they sent out the information this afternoon as I was leaving out the door. I was already in the process of canceling my resignation in wait, because they told us this was going to come. They told us this on Monday, i.e. one weekend and a week after I put in my 2 weeks. And I started immediately pulling it back, because if they will pay me to leave, I'd rather get paid to leave than leave without extra pay. I mean, basic math there. That means I will be at my job for another month, because I can't leave any earlier than May 1st. So I'll be applying to this program that will give me extra money to leave next week, because that's when it opens. But then I'll be at my job for another month. So, yay. I don't know. It's a weird time. It's a weird time to work. In other news, I have found a realtor that I'm working with, and she's been lovely to work with. She also got me in contact with another coffee shop in the area that's looking to sell their coffee cart. So I will likely get a coffee cart, work for 3 months with a coffee cart. While I get all of that set up, I'll be at my 9 to 5, like I have been for the last 2 years. This is not the update I was expecting to give. As I said, my office is clean. I have lotion, like hand lotion. It's super dry. A thing of Post-it notes, and I have a mirror. And that's all that's left in my office. I've packed. I've told all of my employers and everyone I work with that I'm leaving on Friday, the 4th of April. I've returned all of my textbooks that I've borrowed from people. I had some that I also just gave out to people that were interested. And now I'm not leaving, so I don't know what I'm going to do for a month. I guess I'll work on my business. Don't tell my boss, so that once I get out on May 1st, the earliest day I can actually leave and still get the extra pay, I will hit the ground running. It's a weird time. It's such a weird time. I quit my job. I didn't quit my job. But I'm going to quit my job. And all of this has gone through HR. All 3 steps. Have a lovely evening. Take care of yourselves. And see you next time.
Okay. Three, two, one. 3, 2.
That was probably good.
Awesome. Yeah, let me give that one.
Hello. It's been a while. It's Tuesday of the week that I should be gone, but I'm not. But I've been making a lot of progress with the coffee shop, and I'm gonna start with a coffee cart and then move to a coffee shop once I have more funds and get more support from the community and whatnot. But I think my first purchase with my LLC and my big credit card for the business, and I have postcards to send out to companies and local areas and just hand out to people. let them know that I'm here and that I will be here and around with my coffee cart. So we're doing a little unboxing with you all. Piece of cardboard in the back, but bucket and the bean. Honestly, the colors are really bad. Let me so for real with you. Here, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like really gray. I'm not loving it. It's also printed. This one is printed so well. There's like a white edge here. I don't know if you can focus on this, not my face. Anyway. They're printed really badly. They're so bad, but it has like a little picture of me, my logo. This is coffee cups clinking, and then story and where to find us. So I think it's really cute. I'm really excited, but they gotta suck. Maybe it's just this one. I have 250 of them, so hopefully they are better. Let's snag one from the middle here. Ooh, they look the same with the same uneven border. The back is at least better. I don't know if you can see the lighting. This one's really gray compared to that one, and really dark. Well, can't win them all, I guess, but it'll get the word out there. It's a little disappointing, not gonna lie. Hello everyone, it is the 30th of April, and I just got out of the shower, putting moisturizer on. Tomorrow is my last day at my engineering corporate job before I'm on leave, which is a lovely situation that I get, luckily, but I also found out this morning that I'm having my first event as a coffee cart on Friday morning, and I have to be there at 7 a.m. So I need to get started and get my cart rolling and set up and all of that. I've been working with Lighthouse Coffee Roasters, and they've been an absolute godsend. The sweetest people, lovely shop, great coffee on top of everything else. And they're letting me use some of their space for setting up while I'm getting rolling, which is fantastic, and I cannot thank them enough. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am to show up, meet you all, serve you coffee or tea, whatever you want, and I'll see you on Friday. And after turning in all of my technology and documentation and signing everything, I left my job and I'm free. I just pulled into my house. It is 9 o'clock on May 1st. I picked up my cups for this weekend, which isn't happening because trailer issues, but it's official. I'm done. I'm out of my corporate job, and I am now my own boss, and I'm done. I'll see you guys. But yeah, that's the end of it. I'm done with corporate engineering. Now let's just see what comes next. Bye. Thanks for sticking along with this journey. I'm done. Bye.
Ready?
Try it again.
The what did you expect kind of.
This is exactly what I expected. Some of life's best moments happened over coffee. Growing up, I found belonging at cafe tables. Now I'm creating that space for our community. Bucket and the Bean is more than just a coffee shop. It's a place to gather, connect, and feel at home. With crafted coffees, teas, and a welcoming space for all, we can't wait to meet you all. So follow our journey as we prepare to open in North Kingstown. See you soon, neighbor. Let's see what comes next. Bye.